Here's your weekly update from the Rob Maness Show. Remember, it's the news the lying media doesn't want to talk about. Breaking this week from the National Pulse, again, Hunter Biden invested in the pandemic firm collaborating with EcoHealth in the Wuhan lab. That's right, folks. The National Pulse is reporting Rosemont Seneca Technology Partners, an investment firm led by Hunter Biden, was a lead financial backer of MetaBiota, a pandemic tracking and response firm that has partnered with Peter Daszak's EcoHealth Alliance and the Wuhan Institute of Virology. The Epoch Times reports students, faculty, and staff at the University of Wisconsin-Madison won't be required to be vaccinated against the CCP virus before returning to the campus for the fall semester. The Big Ten School said, "That's a good thing. The China virus vaccine should not be mandatory, and vaccine passports should be banned." From America's Voice News, War Room Pandemic, Steve Bannon just issued a really dire warning to Mitt Romney. Bannon said Romney's father avoided the draft. Romney avoided the draft to Vietnam, but he gave a protest pro-Vietnam at Stanford before he hid behind being a Mormon missionary and fled to France and avoided the draft. All five boys all look like movie stars. Not one has served a day in the military. Not one, okay? This is what the elites do. They talk a big game. They deride the patriots. No, this is a fight for democracy. Any one patriot that was on the deck plates in Arizona has 1,000 times more patriotism and grit and dedication to this country, to the hundreds of thousands of patriots that we have all over the world in defense of liberty for the common man throughout the world than the entire Romney family combined. For him to sit there on CNN and mock and ridicule Rudy Giuliani, well, sir, Rudy Giuliani has more patriotism in his little finger than you have in all of your family lineage, all right? Romney particularly irks me because he's such a disgusting hypocrite. He sits there and mocks Rudy and plays into all the mainstream media. It's all fantasy. It's a big lie, the real one. No, sir. Once again, these people around President Trump endorsed him because he was talked into it by these clowns around him. We could have had a real challenge in Utah. There's no need for Romney to be in the Senate. No need whatsoever for Romney to be in the Senate, Bannon said. From DrewBerquist.com, Biden bombs Syria and intentionally avoids hitting Iranian terrorists. U.S. jets hit Iran's terrorist bases in Syria on Sunday night. There's just one problem. The Biden administration timed the strike so they wouldn't hit any of the actual terrorists, only support facilities. Biden did this so Iran would not get upset. Once again, the American president caved to our enemies. A Biden administration defense official said he does not expect, quote, a lot of casualties, unquote, from the Iranian-backed forces because of the time of the strike. You read it right. Our F-15s and F-16s were sent into a combat mission not to hurt anyone in substantial numbers, even after these specific forces had been launching attacks on U.S. forces in Iraq. Finally, from yours truly, RobManess.com and the LifeSet News network of sites, Vice President Harris finally visits southern border but barely leaves the airport is our headline. Harris's border stop was not only short, but apparently it was just a layover as she was heading home to California. What's even more absurd about her trip was the fact Harris picked El Paso in the first place. Reports that she has clearly seen show the immigration crisis is nearly 800 miles away in McAllen, Texas. Still, Harris considered the trip a success as she toured one of the nicer border patrol stations. She never once visited the actual border. Twitter users were quick to point out the pure showmanship of the whole trip. One user tweeted that VP Harris not even going to the actual border, just the airport and BP station miles from the border, all on her way home to California. This is theater. Face it, folks, former President Trump's announced visit forced her and Sleepy Joe Biden's hand.